Hey everyone, Dr. Troy Dukowitz here, coming at you live from the beautiful, I'll give you a look here, Lake of the Ozarks. And today's message, which started as a simple post on my timeline there, really is just turned into the message because I feel like it's a message worth discussing and really using it to be introspective in our lives. And the statement is this: I got this from Nathaniel Brandon years and years ago, and it's not what they think, it's what you know. So how many times have you been paralyzed by the thoughts of what somebody else would think about you, and so you didn't follow through on that action? Now that's some crazy shit, right? Like the fact that you would actually let somebody else, what somebody thinks about you, stop you from doing what you know needs to get done. Stop you from doing something that's important to you. Stop you from doing something that expresses who you are on the inside to the rest of the world. And what we do, and everybody's done this, I've done this, you've done this, hell, we've all done it with a post on Facebook. That if we put something on Facebook that maybe is controversial but stands for who we are, we shy away from it, we don't put it on there, which is bullshit. You got to stand for who you are. It's the cliche, I guess, or the saying is, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And so the question is so very simple, is who are you living your life for? Who are you living your life by? What rules are you living by? Are you living by your values? Are you living by what you stand for? Are you living by the love that's in your heart? So if it's not what they think, it's what you know. So if I worry about sharing a message with somebody on Facebook, I worry about what they're going to think about me, I'm not expressing myself for who I am. I'm dampening my vibration in the world. I'm extinguishing my love. I'm extinguishing my self-worth at the opinion of others. The only opinion that matters, folks, is of the person who's looking back at you in the mirror. That's it. That's the opinion that matters. So are you expressing yourself and living your life to the truest ability of who you are every single day? Are you worried about what all the assholes think about you? Are you worried about what other people think about you? If you are in a group of people who will sit you and bash you and make fun of you and not take what you say seriously, you're in the wrong freaking group. So guess what you do? You go and you find a different group. You hang out with people who add fire to your life. They don't try to extinguish the flames. So as you go throughout today and you go throughout the weekend, as we look at this weekend, and if you're in the United States, we get to celebrate this wonderful thing called the 4th of July. Look at yourself. Go look at yourself today and say, am I expressing who I am, or am I letting an external source, an external person determine my responses, my reactions, my comments, my statements? Look at your life. If it comes to weight loss and maybe you're trying to get healthier and people say, oh, you're going to try that again? Screw them. You keep trying. You keep going for it until you finally hit your goal. You don't let somebody else's opinions judge where you're going to go. If you need to work on a deeper connection with God and you want to express that to people, then guess what you do? You frickin' go and you deepen that relationship. And if you share it with people and they don't respect that in you, they don't respect who you are, tell them where to go and move on. Be true to who you are as a person. You look at your relationships. My wife and I were on a date last night, and we were sitting at the bar, and the bartender and another person sitting at the other side of the bar looks at us and says, so, are you guys married or what? Because they couldn't understand how we were just having fun and loving on each other, and not like that, PDA, public display of affection stuff, we were a couple. We were a strong couple. Well, I guess, no, we were just being a couple. We weren't doing that crazy, 16-year-old stuff. But the thing is that they saw it and they're like, you guys just look so happy. Why? Because we're radiating our love from the inside out. We don't care what anyone else thinks about us. We are a couple. We love each other. We go out on dates. We have fun. And if people see that, we now become an example for what other couples want in their lives. I don't care about what they think. It's what we know. Are we working on our relationship and strengthening it? Because guess who it matters to for us? For us, it matters, what do our kids see? Because I want them to see a man who treats his wife like a queen. So that as they get older, they treat their wives like queens. They treat their kids like prince and princesses that they will be. That's what I want them to see. I don't care what the outer world sees. I don't care. I kiss my kids, my 2 boys, I kiss them in public. I kiss my mom and dad still. Why? Because I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks. That's how I was brought up. We share that affection in our lives. See, if I worried about what other people thought, guess what happens? I stop expressing who I am. I stop expressing that love. Who does that serve? For me to dampen my love in my life and go about the rest of the day, I proceed in that day in a place of weakness. Love is very powerful, so I'd much rather move on in power for the rest of my day. So as you look at the day, please, 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 please be true to you. And I've said it before on posts. Be true, be you, be true, be you. But you got to understand what that means. You have to absolutely grab a hold of it and say, this is what it looks like for me. It's not what they think, it's what you know. So if you said you're going to go do something and you didn't do it because of the good opinion of others, you let them immediately have control of your life. And then when you don't get what you want, you create stories, you create excuses as to why you don't have it. And folks, that is no way to live your life, and that will consistently and just every single day with consistency, it will keep you from getting to where you want to go because you gave them the keys to the car. You gave them the keys to your life. It's exactly what it is that you've done. You're letting somebody else drive the car. The keys to the car belong to you. We get this right here one time in life. Well, I guess depending on your beliefs, but you get one go around in this life, and you get to use this and express this vehicle one freaking time. So today, as you go into today, if you find that you've been dampening your own fire because of the good opinion of others, and I guess we'll just say because of the shitty opinion of others, because you've allowed it to shit all over you, then walk out there today and say, I'm going to go have fun. Walk out there today and say, I'm going to go do something crazy because I haven't done anything crazy for a long time. We're literally sitting in this bar in a corner. It's a martini bar, okay? We're sitting in this bar in a corner, and we're watching people, and we love to people watch, and we're watching people, and this woman is going around having the best time in the world. And my wife and I look at each other, we're kind of like, whoa, what did we walk into? Like, it was crazy. She walks over to me, and she says, walk into my finger. And we're looking at each other like, what the hell is this woman talking about? And she's very adamant about it. She's very dramatic. She said, walk into my finger. I want you to stand up and walk through my finger. And we're just borderline, like she's halfway crazy. But on the other side of the equation, we go, I love this woman because she's having fun and she doesn't care what anyone else thinks. And by the way, you've done that before and I've done that before, where you're just out and about and you meet people and it's just a total blast. So guess what happens? I stand up and I start walking. Now, I do recommend you try this because it's really brutal. And she's like a 6-degree black belt or 12-degree black. She's a black belt, and she's 60 years old, and she was doing a pom-pom routine from like 100 years ago that her husband made sure that we knew it was a pom-pom routine. And seriously, like she had it down. It was pretty crazy because I don't even remember how to do the worm, okay? So anyway, so she puts the finger out, and the objective is to walk into it. Well, as you go right underneath here, there is a pressure point to where you cannot, I shouldn't smash my nose anymore, right? It's smashing up. So to where you can't, you literally get paralyzed. You can't walk past her finger. It's insane. So the next thing you know, you got 15 people in a bar trying to walk through a woman's finger. And everyone tried it. Now here's the thing. Here's the point of this. I promise there's a point. The point of this is that if anybody in there cared about what other people thought, they would sit in the corner and do nothing. And they would just watch. And then they would get home, say, well, I wonder what all the hoopla was about. You know, I wish I would have gotten up, but I just didn't really want to, and it's just kind of weird. Now, if expressing you as a person says, I don't want people sticking their fingers on my nose, that's fine, then you stay there. But the point is what? Loosen up. Have fun. It was fun. We were laughing our asses off. We had an absolutely great time. We even, believe it or not, found a babysitter out of it, and no, it was not the 60-year-old woman. It was somebody else in the evening. That's a different story for a different day. But the point is having fun. Because too many times you're sitting with a group of people, and what do we do to our kids? And I've done this, and I know you've done this. Wyatt, stop acting like that. We're in public. Seriously? Wyatt, stop dancing like that. Watson, get over here. You're bothering those people. I've done it. I got no problem sitting here and telling you this, guys. I'm like, you know, as a parent, you're learning this shit along the way. And all of a sudden, as I hear it coming out of my mouth, I'm going, okay, wait a minute. It's not what they think about him. It's what I know. And what I know is I want my child to learn how to express himself. I want him to be respectful of people. But I don't want to dampen his fire. If he wants to dance right now, damn it, dance. If he wants to splash and make waves right now, splash and make waves. You're in a freaking pool, folks. If you don't want to get wet, you shouldn't have come to the damn pool. And we do it as parents and we don't even know it sometimes. That it's because it's a trigger because we've been brought up. We're supposed to act a certain way. Says who? Says who? We're supposed to act in accordance to our values. That's how we're supposed to act. So when you look in that mirror, you say, am I living according to my values, not somebody else's? Not somebody who says you can't dance in public, not somebody who says you shouldn't talk to other people, but to be a person of value who says, this is how I live my life, and I don't give a shit what you tell me to do. I will always be respectful, always be respectful of people. But I'm not going to dampen my fire. I'm not going to dampen my passion. I'm not going to dampen who I am because of other people around me. I've done it before, guys. I've done it. I've done it. I've tried to be what I thought everybody wanted me to be. Anybody who's ever spoken before knows that this happens. You know it because you've heard speakers on stages, and you're kind of like, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm really feeling it. Who are they trying to be? I've done it before. As a speaker years and years ago, I remember I was so worried about what you would think about me. I was so worried about, are they going to like it? Are they going to like what I say? Are they not going to like it? And some of you go, wow, I never really would have thought that about you. Yeah, it's a place that I went to because I was so fucking concerned about what you might think about me. Until finally I realized I got to stop living that way because it was driving me nuts. It was driving me bonkers. I got to live in accordance to my values. I don't care. If you like my message, great, hit like. If you don't like my message, great, then don't fucking listen. That's just how it works. We don't have to connect on everything. But I have to be true to who I am, and my God, my wish for you is to be true to who you are. And then we go about the rest of our day, and we live with that trueness in our lives, and we express it with our spouses and significant others, and we express it when we walk into our businesses and our offices, and the way that we talk to our patients, and the way that we talk to our clients, and we just become so real and so raw in people's lives that they can't help but want to be around you because they know that they're getting the real deal. They know that they're getting the truth. They know that they're getting a guy who sounds like a freaking maniac walking back and forth on a dock who has people walking over there going, what's going on over there? Something crazy is going on. Do you think we should go save him? He might fall in the water. Maybe we should go help. No, I feel fan-fucking-tastic, folks, because this is what I'm talking about. Pick up your phone. Go send somebody you love a message today that you haven't sent a message because you said, oh, I don't know if I want to send them a message because it's really weird if I talk into my phone and I don't know how they're going to feel about it. If you love somebody and you haven't told them you loved them for a long time, pick up your phone, make a message for them, and send it to them. Be who you are. Who cares what anyone else thinks? And if you want to go out and dance with your kids in the middle of a parking lot today, go dance with your kids in the middle of a parking lot. If you want to go do some crazy shit today, go do some crazy shit today. But man, let it stop now. Let it stop today. It's not what they think. It's what you know. So identify what the truth is for you, what it means for you, and go out there and just have the most amazing Friday ever. And when you lay your head down on the pillow tonight, do what we do. We do this every single night when we're with the boys. We couldn't last night because we weren't with them. We lay down in bed and say, what was the favorite part of your day? We're driving back to the condo last night, and my wife says, this was the favorite part of my day. We had an amazing, spontaneous date last night. And it was the best part of both of our days. It was amazing. And then guess what? You wake up tomorrow morning and you do it again. And you go with the same attitude, the same energy, and you say, okay, today's the day. I got to ask the question, how am I going to win today? Well, I'm going to win today because I'm going to go look in the mirror and I'm going to say, what's important to me? How am I going to live? How am I going to sing my song? How am I going to dance my dance? What am I going to do to live today, to be the best version of who I am, and not give a shit about what anybody else thinks about me? What will I do today? And just be you. And when you take one day and it turns into 2 days, it can turn into a week. It can turn into a month. And guess what? That creates liberation because you stop worrying about the opinion of other people and you start living according to your true values. What's important to you, what's important to your life, and what's important to your success. So look, thank you for all the comments. I'm sorry I saw people adding stuff along the way. I appreciate you for being here. Please hit share. Share this message with people if it was impactful for you. Let's help to spread the love, spread the energy so people can find their true selves. So people can stop worrying about the opinion of others and they can look in the mirror and say, man, what matters to me today is what I think about this. And what I know is I didn't give my full effort. What I know is I could have went farther. What I know is I'm not happy about the way I treated my kid. What I know is I'm not happy about the way I talked to my wife. Those are the truths. Those are the things that I have to be honest with myself with. And if I'm honest with myself with, I can course correct immediately. So if I talked rudely to my wife, I can go course correct that. And I can just look her in the eyes and apologize. And if I did something different with my kids, I can go, man, I apologize. This is what I really meant. And I can express myself for who I am. This is how I really felt. It really offended me. I let it offend me. It was my fault I let it offend me, but here's how I think we can move forward. Like, man, just figure out who it is that you are. Because what stays with you the longest, like if somebody says something negative to you, they walk away. You let it stick. It's not what they think, it's what you know. And so you have to look for your own truth. You'll always find your own truth here. Chris Schmidt, thank you, man. Love you too. Thanks for sharing it. Carrie. Oh, wow, Carrie, thanks for being here. My pleasure. So look, folks, please hit share, hit like, hit love. I'll be back. I'm going to keep doing these messages. I ain't going nowhere because we've got to create a ripple effect in this world because it's a friggin' mess. So look, I hope, I don't even know what time it is. I think it's still morning time. So this has been my Inspired Morning. I hope it helps you to create an inspired day. Love you all. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.